Hello and welcome to my career doctor friends. My name is Prakash Singh Azad and today in this video I would like to share with you a great news information for all the Indian students and especially those who are preparing for the central government examinations. If you are or your family members are preparing for either banking, railway or SSC, they have to go apply for different jobs, then go for the centers very far away from your home, from your village or from your city. It takes too much time, lot of money expenditure and rush, and of course we have a lot of mental pressure. This is why what central government has done right now is that made a board known as NRA. This is National Recruitment Agency and CET. So I would like to tell you about CET and NRA. Although every plan has its merits and demerits. So first I would like to talk about merits which government has said and announced. In the last would like to talk about demerits, in my opinion, what could be probably or which have been, students of our country have been facing for a very long time. Well, this NRA means National Recruitment Agency, which has been formed to conduct a first preliminary examination for banking, SSB and railway. Actually earlier you would have to go and apply for the different places, different examinations, so many times, complexity, money, more expenditure and rush, then tension, pressure and all. So now you have to through this board. So this board will take care of only pre-examination. For your main and the interview, like earlier you would have to go to the concerned department. Like if you are preparing for banking, so for banking you will have to go to banking for main and interview. If you are preparing for SSC, then you will have to go to SSC for main and interview. If you are preparing for railway, then of course the same thing you would have to. But for the pre-examination through this board, through CET, a common eligibility test, that this is a combined test. Like in UPSC, what happens is that if you are either preparing for IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS, whatever, you will have to go through a single examination that conducts UPSC. According to your marks and eligibility, you would be able to join those concerned departments. And let's talk about others, so like MBA. So you have to appear for the CAT, Common Admission Test. And according to your score, you would be informed or like invited by the different colleges or standards. The same thing happens with CLAT, Common Law Admission Test. So first you have to appear at the CLAT examination, and then according to that examination, you will get the respective colleges. The same thing is going to happen. The pre-examination would be one, and that would be on the basis of a score. Let's suppose in pre-examination you have scored 180. So see, the examination would be different for SSC, different for banking, different for the process would be online and one single examination. So if you have scored 180 marks in the coming examination, if banking is looking for 200 marks cutoff, then you are not eligible. SSC is looking for 170, then you are eligible. And again, railway is looking for 200, then you are not eligible. So once you appear in the examination, that result would be valid for 3 years. This you have to keep in mind. Second thing, there is no age limit, but yes, of course there would be age limit when everything comes picture. Like things are not very clear right now, but it's a great information. So you will have to appear a number of time, but there would be age limit, and twice in a year examination would be conducted online. All your districts, in all the districts of India, examination would be conducted and that would be online. So if you belong to a village, then you will have to go to that city for the online examination, appear in that examination, and you will have to give and score whatever. You can give a number of examinations. So if you score in one examination, let's suppose 50 marks, in second 200, so that highest would be considered and keep in the mind and consideration. First thing, this would be implemented in 2021. As we know, every year 1.25 lakh there is recruitment vacancy in the central government jobs, but apply in India 2.5 to 3 crore students apply. So this is going to be the reducing the number of students also, because in different departments they would have applied one student in all departments. Now for all the jobs you have to apply one. So there is the basis of 10th, 12th and graduate. Like earlier, like in railway, gangman, trackman, 10th, 12th, clerical, graduate officer. So the same thing it will happen in banking, banking like 12th and graduate, in SSC 10, 12th and graduate. So you can appear in the examination on the basis of 10th, on the basis of 12th, on the basis of graduate. So whatever you take the corner, you will have to apply the same. Let's suppose you have set for the examination of a graduate level for CET, Common Eligibility Test, and you are looking for 12th basis job. That's not possible. Then you will have to compromise in this. One great thing that earlier it used to be the language only, English and Hindi, but right now it is gonna be the language in 12 different official languages of India. By the way, we have 22 languages in our country, but they are going to announce it in 12 different languages. The examination would be. That's really a very, very good initiative. For that, I salute the central government. It's a great initiative which they are gonna take it. So from each and every aspects which I get it, that it's a great initiative by central government, although they should declare it about the syllabus which is unknown, and syllabus must come, because for the syllabus of SSC is different, the mathematics is different than bank PO, because in bank PO they focus more to English, but in SSC they focus to maths more, or in railway of course they focus to maths. So the examination should be conducted a very, very nice way. This is not going to apply or implement this year. Next coming year, I mean 2021, this would be implemented. So it's a great initiative, like MBA CAT examination, like LLB CLAT examination, like UPSC for IAS, IPS, IFS. So this would bring uniformity and centralization. Would be a great, like in a starting time it will be difficult for students to cope up, but slowly it will be great initiative for all the students. Wow, it's a great news. But demerit which I feel personally that I have seen, that government in our country have been playing with the life and career of the youth of our country. Let's suppose there are vacancies. There is the vacancy for the assistant sub-inspector or sub-inspector. So vacancy is over, but they do not call and give them a call letter to join those jobs. Let's suppose the teachers, teaching staff, you might have seen it has been an era, there is no vacancy, no jobs, and all government hired contractual jobs. So in every 6 months, government will take the examination. Of course, there will be he which will go to the central government. But what about the jobs? If they do not bring the vacancy till 5 years, or after 5 years if it comes, then of course students would be frustrated. They are taking examinations, but when it comes to apply for the main or interview, that takes too much time. Or if it happens, obviously they do not get the call letter, the joining appointment later. So these are the demerits which students have been facing, and they have been protesting across India in different states, especially you might have seen in Delhi, UP, Bihar, MP and all. So it should not be there. The government, I request him, urge them to please do not make such kind of things which students have to face a lot of difficulties they have been facing. By the way, it's a great initiative, and only for central examinations like SSC, Railway and Bank POs. In future, or banking, in future it may be for so many things, that should be state government examinations would be as it is, which has been happening. It is for these three. Actually, students vary a lot in group. They focus these three examinations a lot: banking, SSC and railway central examinations. For them, it is a very, very nice step by the government, which is really very nice. But one demerit which I see, and it has been happening for a long time, that should not happen. And if that doesn't happen, then it would be fantastic for all the students. I hope you get all the informations, and if you watch the same thing in Hindi, you could visit to our another channel, that is शिक्षित भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत पे हमने आपको ये informations हिंदी में दी है. I hope you get all the informations. Thanks for watching My Career Doctor. Stay happy and be the best.